Yo, what is going on? And welcome to another episode of the Urban Pitch Podcast, the beautiful game of life, part of the Believe Network. I'm Ramsey Abushala, editor of UrbanPitch.com. Julio Monterosa and Brigitte Flores, co-executive directors of Vibes.
Believe me, she back.
She back, baby.
Brigitte is back. It feels like, I feel like, Brigitte, you were here for like a stretch.
Right.
But it feels like you haven't been here for a minute.
Right.
We spoke with Vinny on the last episode. He was a little upset that you weren't here,
man,
but
my guy.
You were in Mexico doing your thing.
I was.
Your cousin's wedding, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes,
so
sir.
talk about that a little bit. Before we get into we got a lot of
All
soccer
the
stuff to
good
talk
things.
about. Let's get a quick life update on Bridge and what she's been up to.
Right. Just out
Bridget's
here.
Corner now.
Yeah. Welcome to
Starting
Bridget's Corner.
now.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to Vinny. I was really sad that I wasn't there for that episode. But appreciate him and everything he does, and I already know that was a really good episode. But we're gonna have to have a part 2 with him. So I
Sure.
could be here for
Yeah.
it. I was in Mexico. I left. I wasn't out there for too long, which always sucks because I have my parents. Their family they're both in Durango, which is where my family's from. So I never have enough time to be with each side enough. But I went for my cousin's wedding on my mom's side. He got married. He's the first one of our generation to get married. So he's, setting the standards pretty high.
Yeah,
I showed up,
Wedding
no
is the
plus
standard
one.
We got
A wedding?
Yes. We got issues.
Yeah, he's married now. Shout out to him and his wife. Honestly, that was like the first wedding I've ever been to.
First wedding you've ever been to?
Yeah. And it was really cute. It was even more like sentimental. I think that there's for me, it was just more like on an emotional level, it was higher. I don't know if it was because it was in Mexico and it's just like the culture out there and like the family and the traditions that they have. But it was a lot of fun and it was super simple, nothing too crazy, but like you could really feel the love. It was crazy because right after the church, we were making our way to the venue or to the like hacienda basically because it was like on a property. And it was outdoors and it started pouring rain, like mad rain, like thunderstorms and everything. And
So there was a delay?
we felt bad because we thought that there was going to be a delay. None of us had sweaters on. We had our makeup done, hair done, heels on.
Also, the real everybody showed up.
Honestly. But we all did have our botas because obviously we knew that we were going to bring them out for the banda.
Yeah.
But we showed up and everybody was just like, F it, like it is what it is. And then they do say like if it rains on your wedding day, it is good luck.
It's a good sign,
right? It's a good sign. So we ended up having a great time. They did the whole like entrance and the ceremony and they did their dances. And my cousin is a part of a banda, so he does sing.
That's cool.
So he sang to her and I feel like I can't unsee that. And like if I ever get married, if you don't sing to me, you're not cutting it, man.
Damn.
You're not cutting it because it just hits different.
To all 86 of you in Bridget's DMs, you better start getting in some vocal classes, vocal lessons.
Yeah.
Get in on that. Yeah.
I feel like it's out there.
Out of the 86, one got to sing.
Yeah, come on, one of them.
Maybe one of them, two of them. Some of them be ghosting, some of them be singing. Maybe, hopefully.
Halloween is coming. Ghost season.
We're trying to get the singing season.
Right, yeah.
But it was fun. It was a great time. We stayed up till like 7:30, 8 a.m. They had a whole table full of like stacks of boxes of sopa maruchan with like a big boiling pot of water because they already
the bar.
knew.
Yeah.
At 4 a.m. like we were out there, just everybody was making their sopa. My grandma was over there eating her sopa maruchan, and my grandma stayed up and she was having the time of her life too. And she was taking shots and she was dancing.
Wow.
Yeah, everybody had a
She
good
was like,
time.
none of these other people are going to get married. Might as well enjoy it.
Yeah.
Today's episode is brought to you by Bet Online. Bet Online is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for everything football, the other football. Bet Online has every stat, every matchup, and even live odds and spreads to bet on during the games. Think you know your stuff? Get in on our $200,000 mega contest and pick 5 games against the spread every week for your chance at weekly prizes and a share of $200K. When the game's over, head on over to our online casino and get in on a game of blackjack or poker or unwind with one of our over 150 slots games. Head to the website today to get in on the action. Bet Online, the game starts here.
Oh yeah, okay. Here, breaking news, because you know how one of the things in a wedding is like they throw the bouquet
Right.
and they throw.
Did you catch it?
Yeah.
Bro, I
saw
caught the
the IG.
bouquet.
I saw the IG.
So ding ding ding.
Shout out to
Sound the
Michelle.
wedding bells because we in there. Yeah.
Wow.
Insane. And the funniest thing was that I didn't even know exactly how that worked. And Michelle, my cousin, who me and her flew out there
Hilarious.
together. The whole time, even before we got there, she was like, I'm gonna catch the bouquet out there. I'm like, yes, you are. She's like, don't even get in my. I'm like, I'm not gonna get in your way. Like, I don't even want it. Like, I'm not in
Michelle,
a
you
relationship.
thirsty.
She's in a relationship. No, her boyfriend even told her like before we left, because he dropped us off at the
Shout out
airport.
to the Colombian.
He was like, oh, make sure that you catch the bouquet for us. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna help her out. Whatever. Like, the wedding's happening. And they're about to do, like, they announced that they're going to do the bouquet toss. And I told my cousin, I'm like, Michelle, you're going to go catch it? And she's like, oh, yeah. And so she gets up to go, and I'm like, fine, I'll go join her.
Right.
And so I'm there, and I'm on,
Bridget was
I
already
promise you, no.
Bridge went full OBJ mode. She
Yeah.
I just move, bitch. Tossed everybody. I kid you not. I was up there, and I didn't want it, and I wanted Michelle to catch it.
Yeah.
But then I see the camera guy coming straight to us with a big flash and just like capturing the moment. So I'm like, well, I'm not gonna stand here pretending. I'm not gonna stand here not engaged.
You gotta be like this.
So I was like, oh,
Hey,
let me
this is-
literally. I was like,
Right.
let me do something. So
Right.
I put my hand out, and literally, I don't jump. I'm not moving. I just literally go like this, and next thing
That's
you
a
know,
sign.
it like hits my hand, like the stems hit my hand.
It's like Thor's hammer.
Yeah,
You know.
that's what my cousin said. So they said they're gonna call me Thor now.
Oh, because you need 5 rings before you get married.
I need a 5-diamond ring. A 5-diamond ring.
5 carats. Princess cut. That's what she said.
Dude, it was the funniest thing. And I'm like this, and I told, Michelle looks at me, and I'm like, Michelle, I swear I did not want this. And she's like, no, I'd rather you than anyone
Right,
else.
yeah.
And so every 5 minutes after that, everybody's like, a shot for the Ramo girl, a shot for like the
Wow.
girl that caught the bouquet. And even the banda was like cheering me on, and every time they'd be like, okay, the girl that caught the bouquet has to take a shot now. She has to take a shot. Like, everybody was hyping me up. Everybody said that I
You
have
don't
to
have
get
to do all that
married now.
to make Bridget take
I know.
a shot.
Yeah. Like, come on.
Yeah,
like,
did
let's
too
be
much.
real.
Hey,
Like,
but I mean, it's a typical, like
Yeah.
somehow,
Right,
some way
right,
it's
right,
gonna
yeah,
happen, and
yeah.
it did. But yeah, so I know you're engaged now, but
Yeah.
I might be catching up, man. So be
I
careful.
mean, yeah. Shouts to you. I mean, that would be 2/3 of the podcast, and then we would just need
Straight
and
up.
then there was one.
And then there's one. Yeah.
First of all, you
She's talking like it already happened.
get yourself a man first.
I was so
I'm not
single.
scared yet. I'm not stressed. I'm doing good in life right now.
man.
I am doing good in life right
Dude,
now.
it was the funniest thing. I'm like, the most single person here ended up catching the bouquet. It's crazy.
I am straight in life right now.
Yeah.
Oh, can we switch to the next topic?
Pressure. Yeah. Julio's trying to.
Oh wait, but
Oh my
something
God.
related to Mexico I do want to mention though. It's so crazy, and like this is already known, but it is so crazy how Messi effect is everywhere.
yeah.
I saw kids with a Messi jersey. Mind you, they were fake as hell. Like you could tell. Poor kids. Like but they were repping hard. And this was like in the rancho where my dad's family side is. So we were out there, and it's not the city. It's like far removed
Right.
from it. And even there was like kids repping Messi,
Yeah.
and then there was like Argentina shirts and jerseys. I was just
Were
like,
they
this is
rocking the
Inter Miami.
Yeah.
I was like, I've never seen an MLS jersey out here, and that was the first MLS jersey I saw.
I think that has to be one of the most bootlegged jerseys.
Straight up in
Because-
El Salvador, they have it too.
Yeah, when I was in Barcelona last year, you would see like flocks
of
of
them.
pink,
Mhm.
like down, like they have all those like bootleg Barcelona stuff, and then like with the Barcelona stuff was the Inter Miami stuff, and that's it. I think that's up there with I mean Ronaldo's jersey I think is also
Right.
heavily bootlegged, but not as much as I think Messi's because it's pink.
Yeah.
The
hype behind him.
Hey, watch out. El Bicho's the jersey be. bootleg
Yeah,
too,
but it
though.
doesn't look as nice as the Inter Miami
Yeah.
pink. I think the Inter Miami pink is. I'm not a huge fan of Miami's jersey this year with the
The
with like
turquoise one?
No. No, I like the turquoise one. That one is
say, you
that one's
crazy,
crazy.
that's
But the pink
sick.
one, the pink home one, like
Yeah.
with the centered crest and the
Yeah,
The
like
hot pink.
the logo. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it. I think it looks it looks better like as a bootleg. I think than
Then,
like the
yeah.
full like if you're paying like $190 or whatever the.
They
the
should have got a
price
better
is for
sponsor.
that.
I think that sponsored logo in the middle's
Yeah, but now
crazy.
I
if you
will
want to sponsor us though,
I will say it's like a cruise because I've seen that logo on cruise ships. It's like, oh yeah, that's the Miami
really?
that's the Miami logo. Yeah. So it's kind of worked the
more you
opposite.
know.
Yeah, or it had its intended effect on me at least.
Right.
So, but yeah, that jersey is crazy.
Yeah.
Like has crazy spread throughout the entire
It's
world.
insane.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I was shocked. Like I even told my dad, I'm like, look, Dad. He was like, huh?
Oh, Dad was rocking the LA.
But my dad was out there.
LAFC.
Yeah, and
Nice.
he was like pressing the little kid. I'm just kidding.
Shout out to your dad for kicking the little kid in the head.
There's only room for one MLS jersey here. Yeah,
Let's not put that
Nah,
in your dad,
JK.
Shout
Nah,
out
my
to
dad's
your
a real
dad.
one. My dad loves to like give a lot of love and care when he's out there because he knows like that's where he grew up. So I feel like he sees a lot of himself in the younger kids. So he's always like, oh, what do you want? What are you selling?
Yeah.
All right, give me 5 of them. And I'm just like, Dad, chill. Like, we get it.
Right,
you got
right,
money.
Right. Okay, Uncle.
Yeah, all right,
Hey, Pop's got a house out there for us to go vacationing.
I
Yes,
know,
sir.
that's the spot.
Dude,
New
and he
Airbnb?
has an LAFC hat hung like right next to like the bed. It's so cute. It's the cutest
That's
thing.
awesome. That's
yeah.
I love to support that.
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
that both your
We're
parents
going to
have shown.
Durango. Hey, the Pop's going to Durango.
Yeah.
So-
Watch parties out there.
Durango is black and gold.
Durango is black and gold
There we
with
go.
the alacranes.
Shout out to the bottle with the alacran inside.
That thing tastes rough.
Yo.
They look so sick, but once you taste it, man.
Man, Bridget gave me a shot of that.
Next level.
It was
Bruh.
rough.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. But shout out to Mexico. We gotta
We're-
add that to
yeah.
I
the
know
to the list.
itinerary. We have
And I would want to say shout out Kenny. He got married this weekend. I attended
Julio
his
went
wedding.
to a wedding of his own.
Yeah.
Dude,
went to a
that's
different
so
wedding.
crazy. Look, the wedding effect.
Yeah. So shout out to Kenny. Shout out to the Garais. They had an amazing wedding. His family came from Guatemala. They were turning up.
Dang.
His family from Guatemala, I think they were having more fun than like the people from out here because they were drinking with no care in the world.
Yeah.
Well, they were on vacation.
They're on
They're on
vacation
vacation
mode.
mode.
and they don't even work out there. I'm just
No,
kidding.
and like they're
Come on, man. Bridge, that's
so yeah. So
I'm
the,
kidding. I'm kidding.
so the wedding was amazing. The wedding was amazing. They had a live band playing music. Live band, like
It hits different.
It hits different. Like they were singing all type of music.
Yeah.
My good friend Steve was running the Caballo Dorado dance.
His brother, his brother.
His brother, Kenny, the one that got married, out here taking shots like there was no tomorrow. I'm like, dude, like only because you're married doesn't mean she can't get mad at you no more. Like,
right. Yeah.
yeah, but it was fun. It was fun. The next day they had leftover beers, so they kept the party going. So shout out to them, man, and congratulations. They've been together, I think, about 15 years now. So good for them, man. A whole life of happiness for them.
Yeah.
15
So, I
years
mean,
is crazy.
15 years.
That's a long
yeah,
time.
That's a long time.
Yeah,
That's
he
love.
thought if he got her a wedding ring, she was not gonna get mad anymore. Like, dude,
They still get mad.
yeah, they still get mad. Just
Right.
you just can't go nowhere now because you're married.
Yeah.
You're married.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big step. It's a big step, and I'm leaving for a wedding tomorrow. We're going to Hawaii for.
You go to some cool ass weddings. You went to Italy.
Italy last year and Hawaii this year, and my bank account is not. It's struggling. It's struggling a little bit. That's
Please.
it'll be Maruchan. It'll be Maruchan a lot more often.
yeah,
than
once
that-
you
Please
come back.
comment, like, and subscribe because Ramsey's struggling.
Your bank
Yeah.
account hates to see a wedding coming.
I know. Yeah, I know. My bank account hates to see an invitation come in the mail.
And then your wedding's up next, so
Yeah. We checked out a couple of venues last weekend out in Temecula. We're narrowing it down, so we'll see. We'll
That's
see how that
exciting.
goes. Yeah, it's exciting. It's stressful. It's all the above.
What a time.
So yeah.
Urban Pitch Crew, we've been limited to no drinks until after the wedding's over because
do.
we don't know how to behave.
We're getting 2 drink tickets.
yeah. Mal said they'll have the back table and
That's
then
crazy.
2 drink tickets. Everybody else open bar, but
I
for
don't know
the
about
people with the
y'all.
bracelets, it's
We're gonna be sitting with the kids.
I don't know about you, peasant. I'm part of the wedding.
So you'll supply me my drinks.
Nope.
Loophole.
No. Mel gave me the talking to already. I'm good. I'll stay on her good graces.
no, but Bridget is known for ordering drinks through Julio. We were just at
I have to practice.
yeah, right. He'll take 2. I'm good, but he'll take 2.
We went to dinner and our producer Roy goes like, "Hey, do you want a drink to go?" And Bridget just goes, "Julio wants some." Like, no.
Yeah, 2 for him.
So she's getting her practice and she's getting her
Yeah.
reps in. But I think that's
Enough about weddings.
enough for the
Enough of
intro.
weddings.
Let's get into the soccer stuff because I mean, we're here to conduct business. This is a business meeting.
stand on
here.
business.
Yeah. So let's start with the AFC 25, the new franchise the new edition of the franchise, formerly known as FIFA, came out last week. They did a whole unveiling party in New York. I was getting major FOMO seeing all the soccer fam, the
Yeah.
Cooligans were out there. Rahimovic was doing his thing. The five-a-side guys were there. So some major FOMO here out on the West Coast, but it's understandable.
It is what it is. We got better weather.
Yeah, we got better. Yeah, exactly.
We'll be out there soon enough.
Yeah, we'll be out there soon.
Yeah. But we're not big gamers here, and we have talked about the EAFC series. I think last year when the game came out, we did like a whole series on our guests and their FIFA ratings, or sorry, their FC ratings. And but one thing that I think we can all kind of relate to is the FIFA soundtracks. And growing up, the FIFA games were big parts of like, whether you're in college and playing in the game, or I know, Bridge, you said you were watching your brother play FIFA growing
Yeah.
up. So the soundtrack, I feel like the soundtracks specifically for that game were more iconic than like I played Madden, I played 2K, and I don't maybe one or two songs I'll remember from those soundtracks, but FIFA, for some reason, it sticks with you a little bit
Yeah.
more. Like the Dreaming by Small Pools, that one is iconic. The Blur song 2 is a big one. A lot of the Brit pop and the indie rock scene, they had really big songs come through FIFA. But I know we talked about this briefly last year when we talked about EAFC 24, but now with 25 coming out, I feel like we could kind of go into that a little bit more. Did you guys have any specific memories about FIFA soundtracks growing up? And then this year, the 25 soundtrack is massive. It's 109
Yeah.
songs. It's 6 hours. What are you guys' thoughts on the previous soundtracks? And then how do you feel about the current one?
I think back in the day, there's a few that really stick, and the one that I'm thinking about right now is the one that goes da, 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 da.
Kids by MGMT.
Yeah,
that was on
yeah.
FIFA 09, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. That one sticks. And
Yeah, Bridget was
also-
2.
Yeah, right. I remember I was playing with my toys, my Legos.
We young. What you mean? We young. What you mean? We young.
I was in third grade. Third grade.
I was small. But that one sticks, that one to the core is just
Yeah.
anytime I hear it anywhere. I'll be at the grocery store, at the mall, or anywhere random, and they're playing it, and the first thing I think about, that's a FIFA song.
Yeah.
Literally, that's
Yeah.
and I do that so much. I'll be hanging out with friends or whatever, and I'm like, that's a FIFA song.
Right.
That's all I could think of, and that's all I associate it to. There's also the other one, Heat Waves, I think it's called. I forget how that one goes. Dang, I just had it too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You got kids in your head.
Kids,
and
that's the one.
Yeah.
And the thing I remember distinctly too is just when you're waiting before the game starts,
Right,
and
and
you're
then
just
you're
shooting.
playing. Yeah, that's exactly where it is,
That's
when the music is
literally-
playing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
So that to me is just a core memory, and my memories locked into any of those songs that from back in the day, anything before. So something that I used to do when I was younger, once I started to once I got a little bit older, around 5th grade to I think starting 6th grade, my brother, I would grow up watching him play FIFA, and he loved it. He would get every FIFA game every year. So once I started getting a little bit older and started to try to save up money or ask my parents, I started to buy him his FIFA games for
that's
every
cool.
every
That's cool.
Christmas.
Yeah.
So I think I bought him 07 to 2010 or something like that, or 2011. But that was always my goal. I want to get him that game because it means a lot to him, and I liked watching him play.
Yeah, my
and then
siblings never got me anything growing up. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That just gets me drunk.
Even though he would never let me play with him or never let me hang out, that was my way of trying to make it happen.
Right. Yeah.
But for me, that meant a lot to me to be able to give him that. And obviously just the music, I didn't get to play, but I'd be watching him.
You would watch
and
it,
I'd
and
just
then
be
the
sitting there
music,
listening to the vibes. Yeah. So it definitely has a strong emotional connection to me. But I feel like also the music, the soundtracks were songs like I wouldn't listen to. Like you wouldn't catch me listening to like those type of artists, and they go hard, like, and they're a great vibe. But that's not the type of music I would like associate or like connect to.
Yeah.
So it was also cool to be exposed in that way to different type of genres and artists. And I think that for me is like what that attachment is. And now like looking at the soundtracks for this year, for example, it's pretty cool to see artists that I actually know be on there, or like Latino artists and like artists that I listen to and that I like to see the young Miko's on there. I'm gonna start playing again. Like what? That is crazy.
Yeah, they definitely did a good job of making like a very diverse. You got
Billie Eilish, Young Miko, Ozuna.
Ozuna 2018.
Or no, but I'm saying
I'm just thinking about like Ozuna 2018.
Oh yeah. Heck yeah. Bring them back.
I mean, whether it's reggaeton, they have some EDM on there. They have the indie rock a little bit. You know, they have some British rap. They have, the American
diversity
artists. So it really is. Afro beats is on there. Rema has a good song on there. There is a very wide array. They did a good job of like making sure 109 songs is crazy, but they did a good job of making sure they kind of covered all of like the quadrants.
And like we even have artists that we've had on this pod that they will be great for the soundtrack. Cousin Feo.
He was on like a promo for FIFA.
Yeah.
Like one of the games that came out, he did like the Chicharito like unveiling or something like that. But I remember he was on there, and then even FIFA.
I think FIFA was in the soundtrack 2020. Something like that. He got into one of the soundtracks, but it's great because it gives a lot of not super popular artists. Even though this year is like they have a mix of everything, give them a chance because there's memorable songs that you're not gonna forget. Because it basically molds your childhood.
Yeah. There's so we did a piece on this on the site this week. Victoria Hernandez.
Shout out to urbanpitch.com.
Yeah, urbanpitch.com. Go read it if you haven't. Victoria Hernandez did a really good job of kind of breaking down the biggest takeaways from the project or from the playlist. And they did have Billie Eilish, Bad Bunny. I think Big Sean's on there. Central C, Ice Spice. They have like the big names on there, but they did a good job. Like there's a British artist called Sanity. She's there's a song of hers on there, and she's not the biggest artist, but you can tell she's very talented. She has a good ear. Like the beat is jazzy. And then I went to go check out. Victoria did like a whole section on Sanity for the piece, and so that made me want to go check out some of her other stuff. And her other stuff is great. So I think. Like you said, it's not always the music that you listen to, so it's a good vehicle for like discovering new music. And whether it's an artist from a country that you're not really tapped into, or a completely different genre, like MGMT. Like I don't know how much MGMT you're listening to.
Not much at all.
So yeah, exactly. So like. It shows like the way that the game is so like widely beloved and the way it interconnects to different things. Like the FIFA soundtrack I feel like does a good job of like connecting people to different genres or different artists that they might not necessarily listen to on their own time.
And I think that it just goes to why we're here, like why we're all sitting here and why we're having these conversations and why we have this platform and why we enjoy it, because soccer, football brings different worlds together, and like I think it's always been there, and we've always witnessed it, and we've always been a part of it. But now like we're able to kind of like break it down and recognize like soccer holds so many ties to different people from different places, and music from different places, and like artists that are multi-talented and have all these type of there's different genres out there that you can like vibe to and play soccer to, and then they end up on your playlist because you can't get enough of it from when you're playing FIFA. Like I'm pretty sure that song, like I had it on my iPod Touch on my playlist just because of how sick it was.
And then did you hear the remix of that song by Chitty Bang?
No.
The Opposite of Adults.
No.
They did they sampled Kids, and that was like I heard that song. I might have even heard it before I heard Kids. I was like in the 9th grade, and it was Chitty Bang, and I was like, this is the greatest song I've ever heard in my life. This is gonna be the greatest band to ever like exist. And then they like
They weren't really that good. They performed at my college my junior year, and I was like, I'm not even gonna go.
You're not gonna go.
Because they had like I was a big, because after that, you know, I downloaded the song, they had the mixtapes and all this, and I was like into it, but then they fell off like pretty hard like after that, to the point where like when they were coming to my college, like I went to a small college, and like we didn't have like artists. Like Sage the Gemini maybe came the next year, which was like lit. That was
pretty
lit.
sick.
It was lit. It was lit. It was lit.
You was right here with it.
Yeah.
Red nosing.
but like
Now he's engaged, guys.
yeah.
Everybody calm down.
Allegedly. Like it's like stuff like that, you know, like when you're that age, you know, you're like, you know, 15, 16, you know, and you're playing the game, and like this is everything to you. Like you're in this like bubble, and like, you know, you're listening to these songs, and they have such an impact on you, and like it sticks with you, you know, 10, 15, or, you know, in Bridget's case, 5 years after the fact, you know.
What a young lady.
Hey man, it's a core memory.
Yeah, right.
Even like Imagine Dragons, I think is on.
Yeah, they were like
Right?
on top of the world,
Yeah,
like they were on
yeah.
there. That was a classic.
I think that's where I first heard them, and I started to listen. I had a phase where I was like into like Imagine Dragons, and there's another artist that's like the same genre. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure I got it from the FIFA game.
FIFA, yeah. Imagine Dragons, they have their, you know, their jams or whatever.
Yeah.
But like I'm pretty out on them as a whole. Like they have you know, that I'm on top of the world. Like that was like one
Up
of those
here,
things where it was like, whoa, this is a really cool. And then like you hear some of the other stuff that they do. And whatever. They like I have my own reserved thoughts.
It's not no Mambo number 5, but it's okay. Great song. I don't know why you laugh. That's a great song, bro.
Radio Disney jam, bro.
I forget you.
Dang, I forgot about that. Kid Disney or
Radio
whatever.
Disney.
Radio
Kids
Disney.
Bop,
Yeah,
bro.
Kids Bop is a whole nother world.
Kids Bop is wild. They do some crazy stuff on
Freaking
on Kids
$9.99 plus, and you get
Yeah,
the second
and then you get
CD
some
for
like
free.
wild like covers by some like what is
Some
that?
kids.
How is that a
When the minute they
thing?
covered DMX, I was sold.
What is like? How does that even exist?
It's
What is it
insane.
still going? Is Kids Bop still
I don't
going?
know.
I have no idea. We should
These
look
kids
into
had
it,
no bops.
but
Yeah, for real. Like, cause I remember like in the moment, like, you know, like, cause like, you know, when you're a kid and like you'll see something and like it'll be really cool to you as a kid, but then
Right.
when you grow up and you're like, oh, what the hell was I even
Yeah.
thinking? In the moment, Kids Bop was crazy.
Yeah.
Like you were like, what is this? Like as a kid.
as a kid, you were like,
You know,
no,
like this
there's
is
no
whack.
way.
Like as a
Yeah.
kid, you know what I mean? So like it was one of those things where like it's not even like a retrospect thing. It's like in the moment you're like
Like
this-
you would question like, what school do these kids go to that like they're
yeah,
not?
for real. They went to like, you know, like remember Rebecca Black? You know,
Oh
like
my
how,
God.
how like all these like artists that it was from the parents.
Yeah.
That the parents are like, I want my kid to be famous so bad.
And
I
they
will
were,
let
like,
them
putting-
release this. You know,
Rebecca Black.
Oh my God.
Dude, she was-
Tell me why. I literally just found a news article, like a paper news article. It was black and white from my high school, and one of their little series was like worst song of the like of a lifetime. Like, will she ever make a comeback? Like, it was just like,
and it was on Rebecca Black.
and it was Rebecca Black. It's
First of
Friday.
all,
yeah.
It was
The editor of that
so-
article.
No, he went
I
in.
wonder where that guy's at now.
Yo,
Come join the
that-
pod. Fairfax High
Fairfax,
newspaper.
yeah,
like,
it
I'm
was
sure.
My
just
title as a
gosh.
creator.
Probably. It's probably.
And then right next to it was just like player profile, Bridget Flores.
Yeah.
I swear, that's why
Yeah.
I still have it to this day. 'Cause
Oh,
it
you
has-
still have it?
I have like a little piece on
Feature
like,
on
yeah,
the-
I have a little feature on there. See, I've always been about.
I was
you know?
on the school newspaper, so they couldn't do a feature on me. But I was in
I see.
I was in the actual newspaper, and when I was in that,
Okay, okay.
that was-
We didn't make it that far.
it was like it was literally like this big. It was like little like
your
like
name was
it was like that big, and then like it was my picture and like Ramsey Abushala at Taft High School.
Me too, but it was like the kids that got suspended for the week.
Like, what is it called when they put like
Wanted.
Not
wanted?
Have you seen me?
He stole 2 candy bars.
I ghosted to school.
Oh, my
that's
gosh.
crazy.
But yeah, anyway, Rebecca Black was on there.
That's
Rebecca
wild.
Black is that girl that came out. It's Friday.
No wonder I don't know.
It's probably better that you don't.
Yeah, no, it's a good thing you don't know.
I know the song.
Do you think she's still out here making music?
She is. I just saw her on Instagram or on Twitter doing.
They had
she was like DJing some.
They had it unwritten for her, like about her song, like how like she was depressed because everybody was like she was only 16. You guys are dicks.
I know that's tough.
She didn't deserve the hate
backlash,
that went to her.
yeah.
It was the people that put that out because
Yeah.
it wasn't her. It wasn't her.
She
You
was
know what I mean?
16.
She was. You're 16. You're told to do this, and she did it.
That's
But
the type of thing you show your parents, and then you keep it with your parents.
it's
Yeah.
the producer. It is whoever decided to record that and direct the video, and her parents for like pushing
to the
that.
pot, Rebecca
All of
Black.
that was completely out of
Say
That's
your
a
side
lot
of the
of.
story.
That's a lot of like.
Yeah.
We will welcome you with
Damn.
open arms here.
I could not
Yeah.
take that much backlash.
Yeah, and then have you seen the little white kid who would do like he did like a Biggie song? I forget his name. It was like some Matty B or something like that.
Oh my gosh,
dude! It was this
no.
like little white kid. He had like the Justin Bieber haircut, and he's doing like straight up like Biggie
No.
raps. He did Miss Jackson. He did I'm Sorry Miss Jackson. Dude, it is one of the craziest things. I'll show that. I'll show it to you guys after. But
There was a white kid that I just posted like a week ago that did Too Short.
Wow, shouts to him. That's
He
good taste.
redid it, but it was basically like talking about how he's a Jedi or something like that.
A Jedi?
Yeah, but like he switched the
Instead of
The lyrics?
yeah,
the lyrics.
Oh man, that's
Jedi
rough.
instead of. So it's
instead of-
crazy.
yeah. What's my favorite word?
Jedi.
But
Jedi.
Okay, let's go back to the soccer world because we're like way out in left
Sorry,
field.
we're coming
It's okay.
in and
It's
out,
okay.
in and
though.
out.
It's okay.
Need a burger.
I want to talk about a certain United States men's national team player who's been low-key balling out over
My
the last
bestie?
couple of Bridget's bestie, her man's that she's on
Hashtag he
Instagram.
basic.
Yeah. But Christian Pulisic has been balling out. He ended his scoring streak today in the
He
Champions
should have
League
got one
game.
today. He was freaking.
But he was still dynamic in that
So
game.
dynamic.
Scored in his previous, I think, 4 or 5. Was it? What was it?
4?
It was 4 matches with Milan, and then
One
5
with
counting the men's
friendly.
national, the U.S. During the international break. He's been balling out. It seems like he's
Ballin'.
found his last year. He had his probably best overall season. Found his footing with Milan after kind of a up and down stretch in Chelsea where he did win the Champions
Chelsea
League.
sucks.
He scored in the Champions League final and was really kind of never really found his place, even though he had high moments at Chelsea. Goes to Milan. Instantly finds, becomes a fan favorite. The fans love him. Had one of the best seasons of his career, 13 goals, 9 assists, I believe, were his output last year. This year, 4 goals in 4 games, counting Champions League. He's balling. What are you guys' thoughts on Pulisic and his form right now?
I saw the game today, and there was a restart play. It was a foul restart play. They gave it to him, cut in, hit the ball, and went to the goalie's hands. But I just see his little legs moving. I'm like, damn, this guy's so quick.
Yeah.
He's playing at a different speed. He's playing with confidence. He's not scared. He's going one-on-one with anybody. If you're in front of him, he's gonna go one-on-one, no care. So that's great to see, especially for our World Cup coming in. All this talk about the U.S. doing a great paperwork at the World Cup. So we have a new coach. We have our star that has found his second win. So I'm just excited, and I'm just happy for him because a lot of doubt. Chelsea, they try to kill his confidence.
Yeah.
Even every time he went in, he was productive. The coach didn't know how to use him. I think he just had that stigma. He's an American player. What can he do now? He's got to a new team, going somewhere where they really want him, and he's showing that he can be that guy if y'all would have gave him the chance.
Loki, ever since he took that picture with Bridge, he's been balling.
Because
I was literally gonna say that. I was gonna say after me and him had that little moment, clearly I gave him the urban
You
pitch
gave him the
effect.
inspiration.
I gave him the inspiration.
He's got a little
to
twinkle in his eye.
I whispered and I was like, do good this year and even better in the next.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, I love that.
You know what? Maybe the Instagram haters have a point. Maybe the TikTok comments.
Heck no. Hey, if a girl ever told me to whisper in my ear, say do better, I would do better. I would have thinking to myself, I gotta get my together, yo.
No, I said best of luck, and look at him now.
Look
He's
at him.
popping off.
He said bet. Bet.
Hey, next girl that pisses me off, I'm gonna tell you in your ear, do better.
But this brings up the question,
my
because
goodness.
we've had last year we had the Give and Go podcast on here, the illustrious Give and Go.
Do better,
guys.
give and go.
And they went on to say that Pulisic is the greatest USMNT player of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you guys think he fits in that list of GOATs? Because I think, you have
He's not
Clint
on the list
Dempsey,
yet.
you have Landon Donovan, and then where does Pulisic fit in that
I
hierarchy?
feel like it's too soon to say like he's the greatest of all time. I think he's found his footing with AC Milan, with AC Milan. I think that he's right now at a point where he's gaining more confidence. He's finding who he really is on the pitch, and also away from the American side of things, right? Like
He's doing better.
And I said this before, like there was so much expectations or like pressure for him to be like the Captain America, and I think that like I get where people are coming from with it, but it could also be a lot of pressure on him as a player to be this example of America, and where it's like, well, why can't he have like a diversity of like his game? And I think that he's getting a little bit of that on the European side, and it's working well for him. And then he's gonna come back and like be able to give that to the U.S. men's national team, and then eventually we're gonna see what he looks like on the pitch with the team on an international level. With in the World Cup, and I think the World Cup will tell us who the type of player he is at that point, and where he'll be. But I don't know if I would say he's the greatest of all time right now, but I definitely think he has the potential.
He still has to climb a list.
Sure.
It's still Dempsey. My list: Dempsey,
Right.
Donovan,
Right.
Claudio Reyna, and then he's like fourth. But like fourth and unders, it could go either way. Like first of all, Dempsey had a great European career, had a great track record in the World Cup. Donovan is arguably the best player that didn't shine in Europe from the U.S.
Right.
But he worked great in all our World Cups. Claudio, the original Captain America, he changed the whole generation playing in Man City. So he still has not joined that elite level. He's on that 1A tier, but he's not with the ones.
Right. And I think you have to think, if he ended his career, if like his career ended today, would he be the greatest of all time? Or greatest USMNT
No, because we
player?
still need
And no, right.
we still need a great World Cup
so
performance.
for you to make that claim, to say he's maybe the most talented.
He
most
arguably,
talented is another
arguably
thing.
the best U.S. European player that has
won
shined
a
more.
Champions League because he's played well. Like
Played in the
with
biggest
three
clubs,
different, three different like
Big
major clubs. You know what I mean? So
he'll get that. He's probably the best. Him and Dempsey probably will be the only two arguably fighting for that. But he might take that.
Then you can also talk about goalkeepers, because there's been a lot of goalkeepers, whether it's Tim Howard, Brad Friedel, so a lot of these guys.
Pay for Man U,
you know what I mean. So like,
but we always
Casey
known for
Keller.
great goalkeepers. We even had McBride. Fulham.
No, Brian McBride was.
He played in Fulham. No,
He's
he's
a
not a goalie.
goalkeeper. He's not a
No, he was a
goalkeeper.
forward. But I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
we've had European players that
Right.
that have shined. So you can even put McBride on that mix.
Right.
But like I think like historically that played at a high level, that has been known to be on the top players of the world. Without national team, Dempsey and Pulisic, and that's it.
Right. Yeah.
But he still needs to work on the World Cup to even get put on the GOATs conversation.
Yeah. And I think what he has found right now with his place in Milan, a major club, he's become like very endeared to the fans. He looks very comfortable. He looks very confident. Stay in Milan. Stay there for if you can stay there for the rest of your career even.
You already got Champions League.
You know what I mean? Like you have a Champions League. Like there's his style of play fits Serie A a lot better than it does the Premier League. He's not a very physical guy. Like he's a little bit slighter. He can play wherever he wants to. I think his game fits Serie A a lot. Being in Milan, there's not much bigger clubs he can play for.
I think Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich maybe, but I think there's you can count on your hands the team's bigger than Milan. Milan is it's a major club, and
top 5 in the world.
You know what I mean? Like top 5, top 10, you know, whatever you want to say. Like in terms of global like impact, recognition.
First of all, they have an Off-White collab.
Like, exactly. You know what I mean? Like so, you know, like there's this whole thing about the Prem and the supremacy of the EPL or La Liga or whatever. But I think he's found a really good spot. Maybe stay here, become a club legend. You know what I mean? Like he could.
And Zlatan is the one.
Leave a legacy there.
Yeah.
Zlatan's he's running or advisor.
He has a role in the club.
So
too.
like you have a great person you can talk to about ups and downs, like how to stay motivated. So like a guy that was top 3 in the world at one time. So stay. You're right. Stay there as long as possible.
Like,
hey, be where you are loved.
Right.
You don't want to go somewhere where nobody wants you.
Wanted.
Relationship advice.
Yeah. right. And he's survived. You know, they got a new coach this year. There's some, you know, like kind of like
Leao was on the one side. They're dissecting everything because they're like, oh, are they happy? What's going on?
Yeah. But it seems like they've found their footing now, and Milan is going to be Milan, and so I'm happy for him. I think that it's great to see him be consistent, find, you know, if he can stay healthy. Big if, something that, you know, he hasn't really done last year. Thankfully, he was able to. If he can, you know, become consistently healthy and you know, avoid some of the stuff that we've seen like plague him over the last few years, I'm excited for him because this is what we need from our captain. You know,
Leao and Pulisic is a great duo.
Yeah.
Like,
Leao, I love Leao.
But you know what's another great duo that just joined the team together? Brigitte and I.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about this. I didn't know where you were going with it, but yes.
Hey, I made it happen. You see that though?
Great transition.
You guys are on the same rec league team.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about
Co-ed
it.
team.
It's a league, it's not a rec league.
Yeah, don't be calling us rec.
Don't be calling us. It's a rec league.
It's an adult league.
Yeah, it's an adult league.
Adult league, rec league.
We grown.
It's
I'm
an
the
adult
daddy.
Sunday league.
Yeah.
All right, fine. You guys are playing the same
Bill
semi-pro
Foot.
team. You guys, they're playing in the same semi-pro.
Second division.
Yeah.
Yeah.
USL.
Social league.
United Social League.
Super recreational league.
Right.
But
How is that?
All right, so we're in what, game 3?
Game 3. We both
We
missed game.
both
Playing
missed
Sundays?
game 2.
We both missed game
on
2.
Sundays.
Okay.
We showed
Hungover
up-
or
Twice.
so you played 2 games, both hungover?
Hey, the first one I was balling, though.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Okay, so our first game. Okay, I asked Julio, like, do you want to play?
We
It took me a while to recruit him. Let me just say that.
Hey, because I'm retired, yo. But I'll make
I
come
get
back.
it, which is fine. But I was telling him, I'm like, it's cool. Like, it's nothing too crazy, whatever. I'm like, it gives us something to do on a Sunday. So our first game was on
went out
Sunday.
the night. Me and her went out the night before.
Yeah.
We had that.
I mean, come
we
on.
had that Alacran shot.
That was that night. So
Yeah.
Saturday night we hit the Alacran,
okay.
and then the next day.
We're texting each other like, "Are you going?"
Yeah, I was like, we have to
Julio
go.
was waiting for a no.
Yeah, it was our first game of the season. There's no way we're missing. So
He was waiting for any kind of like.
Wait up though. I show up and showed out.
no, he showed up a little bit late. We were already playing, but I told him, I was like, just
stretch.
show up,
She
stretch,
needs to
whatever.
stretch.
That's why your hamstrings hurt.
Yeah, hurting
Yeah.
right now.
And then, yeah, I played with this team before last season, and they were really cool. We like started to like build the dynamic, and I was like, all right, yeah, like I'm down to play again. But I felt like it would have been a good addition to have Julio, and we've played before, you know, like back in the day.
Yeah.
So I know that there's like a dynamic with him on the field and off the pitch, you know, outside.
Yeah, right.
Co-director of vibes.
Yeah.
We're not trying to get anyone mad now. But anyway, we show up. I think we were winning 1-0.
I don't even know, but
I don't know. Basically, he gets onto the field.
first touch.
They sub him in, and then it just was like smooth sailing. Like he found me, I found him.
It's like riding a bike.
Bro, his first goal was pretty.
Fire?
Yeah, it was just like out of nowhere. Like I think
He crossed the ball, and I just healed it.
One touch.
like this.
Boom. And the second one was way more.
No, the second one was real nice. The second one was like what, top right?
Yeah, I rainbowed a player, ball bounced, and then I saw the goalie stepping out a little bit. I curved and chipped into the other side.
Yeah, he did. I was like,
chilling.
I even told my friend, I was like, do I get a bonus for bringing someone who scores 2 goals in his first game? Because what? Yeah, it was pretty sick. And then I scored 2.
Yeah, Bridget be balling, yo.
I wasn't lying when I told him all I do is ball.
All bangers.
All bangers.
Sheesh.
Had a nice little header. I think we both scored. No, you scored. I was scared. I don't know if it was going to come like straight directly or whatever.
But you scored it?
I did score, yeah.
Yeah, I think she had 3 goals that game.
I had a hat trick. You had 2. And then we both missed our second game. So we're not gonna talk about that. Anyway, we went
engagements.
Yeah,
she was in Mexico. It was
I
my
was
uncle's
in
birthday.
Mexico.
So
yeah.
And then last week we played, and yeah, we
showed up
balled
late
out.
again.
He did show up late, but
it's an hour drive, dude.
I don't know what way he's going.
Whitsett.
Oh, Whitsett. It's the Valley.
Yeah, but like
on a Sunday at 6 p.m. There's no traffic.
I take the 405.
Let's be honest.
The 405.
When he said
the 405 is.
Why do you take the 405?
Because it's closer to my house.
No, it's okay.
I'm on the west side, yo.
Dude, you could take the street straight to the 110.
Not on the west side.
He's not.
I'm on Crenshaw 40.
You're the mayor. You're the mayor of the west side.
No,
but you're
like,
not.
no, so like.
I feel like he could take a different route.
Yeah.
When he told me, I was like, "There's
where you're
no
at, you would
traffic."
take
the 10 to the 110.
Or
Yeah.
you could take what's it called, Arlington, all the way down, catch
to
the 110.
101.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arlington,
Whoa.
but that's kind of crazy though.
No,
you never know what
because
you're gonna
there's
get
no
down
traffic
Arlington
on a Sunday.
On a Sunday.
There is traffic on. I'm gonna record this next time. There's traffic.
There's
Sunday evening, you sometimes do get traffic.
barely.
Yeah.
Not if you leave on time.
I leave 30 minutes prior to anything.
30 minutes is not
30
enough.
minutes is not
30
enough,
minutes
sorry.
on the 405, bro.
30 minutes on the
really?
405. That's 5 to 10 miles.
Yeah,
like,
no.
We're sounding like you guys seen that SNL sketch, The Californians?
No.
I'll show it to you guys after. We sound like that right now. Yeah.
Because we are California.
No, but
Yeah.
Bridget, like there was a few, because I was struggling last game.
I'm
First
not
of
going
all-
to lie. I was getting a little frustrated because I was open. And I was just like,
Hey, but something about Julio. I'm talking a third person now. Something about Julio. If the game is not going as well, he's gonna make the game go to him. I was trying to shoot from anywhere, everywhere.
dude, he really was. I was
Doing too
wide
much?
open.
Bro, I was pissed at myself because I was like, first of all, these should be money every 10 out of 10 times.
He was shooting and it was like,
First of all, the ball was
And you were
flat.
making it worse.
and I was standing right there.
Yeah,
I
she was
couldn't.
wide open, but I was like, she already has to go. Whatever. She's good. So like, I was like, the ball was kind of flat.
She got hers. I'm trying to get mine.
I don't care if we lose. I'm getting mine.
No, and then I started arguing with a guy. He was taller than me.
Yeah.
And started doing all the little dirty stuff all over here because I was frustrated. First of all, he's taller than me. He's trying to win a corner kick.
He looked like what's that one player? He had that face of the
Marcus Zimmerman?
No. It's like one of the Argentinian players. He gave me that vibe.
I think I know who you're talking about, but I forget his name.
With like the little foxy,
Yeah.
smoky fox. Yeah, I don't know. I have to figure it out.
Lautaro Martinez?
Like
No.
McAllister or something like that.
Oh, McAllister.
Like he was tall. He was like 6'3", and like he thought he was gonna win a corner kick because he's taller than me. So I was like, literally
beat him?
Literally before he jumped, no, I just wrapped his hand and just pulled it down. He
He was clearly not playing well.
yeah, exactly.
Fair.
I was frustrated.
Did you get a foul?
Nah, and I just ran away like nothing happened. The guy was like, ref, like he's doing ninja moves on me.
Mind you, this is an adult league that's like, and they have socials like to engage everybody. And he's over
Did he
here.
mean ninja moves or did he mean something else?
I don't know. Hopefully not. No, but like it started off bad because I go in and like it was like a little foul, and then like I'm standing in front of the ball, so I'm waiting for the ref because I'm waiting for my defenders to get in place. So I'm just in front of the ball, and like he acts like he's gonna kick it. I'm like, I'm supposed to flinch. And he's like, well, you got to move back. I'm like, then I was like, what the hell are you doing? So I'm already arguing 3 minutes in. So I'm like, all right, I got to
That's
calm
crazy.
down.
I'm just standing there like,
And I was like, all right, like Julio, bring it down. But we still won. We destroyed that team.
Yeah.
Losers.
Okay, let's leave this here. Let's leave this here because we're running like dangerously low on time.
we'll keep
here.
y'all updated on how we do.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
do
This
a
Sunday we got another
Sunday
game.
league recap. We'll dedicate 5 minutes to each pod.
We'll see how far we make it to every
Right.
game.
Yeah. How many games in a season? 10.
I think 10. Yeah.
10 games.
We're
So
ready,
we're
we're
3 down. So all right, we got 7
We're
more to
2
go.
and 1. Me
We're
and Bridget
trying to
haven't
take
lost.
it the whole way.
Yeah.
All
We're
right.
already recruiting already as well.
Yeah. So what's that? NoHo? In NoHo?
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Whitsett.
About to have a whole like supporter group show up.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be the leader to that.
There you
There we go. There we go.
All right. This has been another episode of the Urban Pitch Podcast, Beautiful Game Life, part of the Believe Network. We appreciate you for sticking with us and listening to all of this nonsense that we got going on, but it is educated nonsense. And you know, we're yeah, exactly. So we're happy that you're here. Keep it tapped in. We got more exciting stuff coming ahead. But until then, we'll see you next time. For Julio, Monterosa, Bridget Flores, I'm Mashallah. See you next week.